Hey there, Crash Course fans! Today we're diving into the exciting world of final exams. Okay, maybe exciting isn't the first word that comes to mind. For many students, final season feels more like a pressure cooker than a party. But here's the thing, final exams are a big deal. They're a culmination of months of hard work, a chance to demonstrate knowledge, and a stepping stone to future academic success. But acing those exams takes more than just cramming the night before. It's about unlocking peak performance, that mental state where focus is laser sharp, knowledge flows freely, and confidence reigns supreme. So how do we help students reach this peak performance zone? That's exactly what we're going to explore. We'll uncover proven teaching strategies, motivational techniques, and practical tips to empower students to conquer their finals with confidence. This isn't about memorizing facts and figures. It's about understanding concepts, applying knowledge, and developing critical thinking skills that extend far beyond the classroom. It's about equipping students with the tools they need to succeed, not just in their exams, but in life. So buckle up, Crash Course crew. We're about to embark on a journey to unlock the secrets of peak performance and conquer those final exams together. All right, let's talk teaching strategies. Effective teaching is more than just delivering content. It's about creating an environment where students can thrive and develop a genuine understanding of the material. Remember, we're not just aiming for passing grades here. Our goal is to foster a deep comprehension and a lifelong love for learning. We want students to truly understand and retain information. This means moving beyond rote memorization to engaging with the material in meaningful ways. That means ditching the monotonous lectures and embracing engaging, interactive approaches. Interactive teaching methods can make a significant difference in how students perceive and absorb information. First up, let's talk about active learning. Active learning involves students in the process, making them participants rather than passive listeners. Think group projects, class discussions, and hands-on activities. These methods encourage students to think critically and work collaboratively. These methods force students to actively participate in the learning process, making it more engaging and effective. When students are actively involved, they're more likely to retain the information and apply it in real-world situations. For example, instead of simply lecturing about the American Revolution, create a classroom debate where students argue from different perspectives. This not only makes the lesson more interesting, but also helps students develop critical thinking and public speaking skills. Next, we have the power of visual aids. Our brains love visuals. Visual aids can simplify complex information and make it more accessible. They help us process and remember information more effectively. Visuals can break down complicated concepts into manageable parts, making it easier for students to grasp the material. Incorporate diagrams, charts, timelines, and even funny memes to illustrate key concepts. Visual aids can also make lessons more engaging and enjoyable. Trust me, a well-placed meme can make even the most mundane topic memorable. Humor can be a powerful tool in education, helping to create a positive and relaxed learning environment. Now, let's not forget about technology. Technology can be a game changer in the classroom, offering new ways to engage students and enhance learning. Online quizzes, educational videos, and interactive simulations can transform the learning experience from passive to dynamic. These tools can provide instant feedback and allow students to learn at their own pace. Platforms like Khan Academy and Quizlet offer a wealth of resources to supplement traditional teaching methods. These platforms can provide additional practice and support for students outside of the classroom. Finally, remember the importance of differentiation. Every student learns differently. Differentiation means tailoring instruction to meet the diverse needs of students. Some thrive in group settings, while others prefer independent study. By recognizing these differences, we can create a more inclusive and effective learning environment. Some are visual learners, while others prefer auditory or kinesthetic approaches. Understanding these preferences can help us design lessons that cater to all students. By offering a variety of learning activities and assessments, we can cater to these individual needs and help every student succeed. This approach not only improves academic performance, but also boosts student confidence and motivation. Let's face it, even with the most engaging teaching strategies, motivation can be a fickle beast. It's not always easy to keep students interested and invested in their learning journey. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, students can feel overwhelmed or disconnected from the material. So how do we ignite that spark of excitement and keep students engaged in the learning process, especially with the pressure of final exams looming? It's a challenge that requires creativity, persistence, and a deep understanding of what drives each individual student. One powerful technique is setting clear, achievable goals. When students have a clear roadmap of what they need to accomplish, it can make the learning process feel more manageable and less daunting. Break down large, overwhelming tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. This approach not only makes the workload seem less intimidating, but also provides students with a sense of accomplishment as they complete each step. Instead of saying study for the history final, encourage students to set specific goals like review one chapter per day or create flashcards for key terms. These smaller, focused tasks can help students stay on track and build confidence as they progress. Positive reinforcement is another key player in the motivation game. Recognizing and celebrating students' efforts and achievements can have a profound impact on their motivation and self-esteem. Celebrate successes, both big and small. Whether it's acing a test, completing a challenging project, or simply making progress, acknowledging these milestones can boost students' morale and encourage them to keep striving for excellence. A simple, great job, or a handwritten note of encouragement can work wonders. These small gestures show students that their hard work is noticed and appreciated, which can be incredibly motivating. Remember, positive feedback boosts confidence and encourages students to keep pushing forward. When students feel good about their abilities, they're more likely to take on new challenges and persist through difficulties. Now let's talk about relevance. Making learning relevant to students' lives and interests can significantly enhance their motivation. When students see the practical applications of what they're learning, their motivation skyrockets. Field trips, guest speakers, and real-world projects can help bridge the gap between classroom learning and the outside world. Connect classroom concepts to real-world examples, current events, or even their personal interests. This approach makes the material more relatable and engaging, helping students see the value in what they're learning. Suddenly, that history lesson on the civil rights movement becomes a lot more engaging when students can draw parallels to contemporary social justice movements. This connection not only deepens their understanding, but also makes the learning experience more meaningful. Finally, don't underestimate the power of a little friendly competition. Competition can be a great way to motivate students and add an element of fun to the learning process. Introduce game-based learning activities, class-wide challenges, or even just a good old-fashioned quiz bowl. These activities can make learning more dynamic and interactive, encouraging students to engage more deeply with the material. Competition can be a powerful motivator, encouraging students to strive for their best and push their limits. It fosters a sense of camaraderie and can make the learning environment more lively and energetic. In conclusion, igniting student motivation is about creating a supportive, engaging, and relevant learning environment. By setting clear goals, providing positive reinforcement, making learning relevant, and incorporating a bit of friendly competition, we can help students stay motivated and excited about their education. Okay, we've covered engaging teaching methods and motivational strategies. Now let's talk about making that knowledge last. Because let's be honest, cramming the night before an exam is a recipe for disaster and a whole lot of stress. We want students to retain information for the long haul, enter the magical world of spaced repetition. This technique involves reviewing material at increasing intervals. For example, students might review notes from a lesson the day after, then again a week later, and then again a month later. This spaced-out approach helps cement information in long-term memory. Another powerful tool in our retention arsenal is active recall. Instead of passively rereading notes or textbooks, encourage students to actively test their knowledge. Flashcards, practice quizzes, and even summarizing information from memory are all effective active recall techniques. Now let's talk about the power of teaching others. When we explain concepts to someone else, we're forced to organize our thoughts, solidify our understanding, and identify any gaps in our knowledge. Encourage students to form study groups or even just explain concepts to a friend or family member. Finally, let's not forget about sleep. I know, sleep is often the first thing to go when deadlines loom. But here's the thing, sleep is crucial for memory consolidation. Encourage students to prioritize sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night, especially during exam season. Remember, retention is a marathon, not a sprint. By incorporating these techniques into their study routines, students can move beyond short-term memorization and achieve true, lasting learning. Another effective technique is the use of mind maps. Mind maps help students visually organize information, making it easier to recall later. By connecting different concepts and ideas, mind maps create a visual representation of the material, which can be particularly helpful for visual learners. Encourage students to create mind maps for complex topics, as this can aid in understanding and retention. It's also important to take regular breaks during study sessions. The Pomodoro technique, for example, involves studying for 25 minutes and then taking a 5-minute break. This method helps maintain focus and prevents burnout, making study time more effective. During breaks, students can stretch, take a walk, or do something enjoyable to recharge their minds. Creating a conducive study environment is also crucial. A quiet, distraction-free space can significantly enhance concentration and retention. Encourage students to keep their study area organized and free from unnecessary distractions like phones or social media. Time management is another key factor. Using planners or digital calendars to schedule study sessions can help students stay on track and manage their time effectively. By setting specific goals and deadlines, students can break down their study material into manageable chunks, making the process less overwhelming. Finally, encourage students to share their study plans and progress with peers. This can create a sense of accountability and provide additional motivation. By combining these various techniques, students can develop a comprehensive approach to learning that not only enhances retention but also makes the process more enjoyable and rewarding. Remember, the goal is to make learning a positive and lasting experience. With the right strategies, students can achieve academic success and retain knowledge for years to come. So, let's equip our students with these powerful retention techniques and watch them thrive academically. Together, we can transform the way students learn and help them achieve their full potential.